So I was saying I'm married, I'm a mother of 3, and this opportunity found me in 2016 November. I was just invited by a friend who is also a colleague, and I kept on receiving messages, but I was not so keen on them. I kept deleting them. So one day I decided to read through the whole message, and I realized that a friend whom I knew had recommended me. So I decided to call and find out if it's true that she had recommended me as per the message that I read. So she confirmed to me that she had recommended me, and she wanted me to attend and get to know more about the opportunity. So when I inquired more about it, because I just didn't want to go and attend because she said she was uncomfortable. All she could tell me is just go and listen and get to know more about it. So I planned to attend, and that was 2016 November, around 16th. They talked about health, wealth, and lifestyle. But what really attracted me in this opportunity was the wealth part of it, economic empowerment. Being a civil servant, you know that we earn, the gross pay is great, but net pay is little. So I wanted to improve on my income, and that's why I attended. So little did I know that I was going to benefit personally, health-wise, and people around me were also going to benefit health-wise. That includes my mother and my sister. I introduced them to the products and they worked for them, and that is why I'm still in this opportunity, because it is touching on people's lives, and that's what we are talking about. Disease prevention. Public health is also about preventive medicine. So that gives me passion to talk to people in matters related to health. So I just want to start by introducing the topic stress management that I'm supposed to talk about, define it, see the causes of stress and how we can manage stress, and signs and symptoms. So what is stress? People talk about stress. People say they are stressed. Do they know how to identify the signs of stress so that they can go for medical attention if there need be? So stress is the body's way of responding to any kind of demand or threat. What the body does, it floods with hormones that prepares the system to evade or confront the danger. The body defense kicks in a rapid automatic process known as flight or fight reaction, if you like, stress response. The body produces targeted quantity of chemicals, that is cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. These hormones trigger following physical reactions. They trigger increased blood pressure, heightened muscle preparedness, sweating, and alertness. These factors may improve one's ability to respond to potentially hazardous or challenging situations, like norepinephrine and epinephrine causes the heart rate to increase. So types of stress. We are going to talk about 5 types of stress. And I'll start by psychological stress. This type of stress deals with cognitive and emotional stress. That touches on the mind and feelings. So this psychological stress is triggered by self-criticism, panic, anxiety, attachment, jealous, sadness, frustration. It occurs when people experience situations that trigger physical and emotional reactions. Type 2 of stress is psychosocial stress. People who experience challenges in marriages and relationships tend to suffer from this type of stress. It can come from a partner, family member, employee, or employer. Triggers to this type of stress include isolation. People tend to isolate, loss of loved ones, loss of employment, loss of social support. Type 3 of stress is physical stress. which deals with the physical reaction of the body. People may experience this because of the following. One, dental problems can cause stress. You know, stress causes pain. There's substance abuse, there's dehydration, hormonal imbalance, fatigue, lack of oxygen supply, environmental pollution, intense physical labor, surgery, infections, and injuries may subject one to this kind of stress. We also have type 4 of stress, which is called acute stress. This one is the type that causes little stress that we experience on daily basis. And it may demand reaction, immediate reaction of the body to new change. However, positive situation, for example, people riding roller coaster and they feel fear, running to work late, forgetting an important appointment may also lead to acute stress. Little types of stress can be helpful or motivating. They could be helpful, or they could be helpful, motivate, and keep going, and they make things be done. Type 5, we have episodic acute stress. This is when people experience frequent acute stress, short-tempered, irritable, and anxious people often suffer from this kind of stress. They experience this type of stress. They commonly have a negative outlook or worry about everything. They think about stress as part of their lives and have difficulties changing their lifestyle. So this is what may also make one to develop to a chronic stress, because they experience them and take them to be normal, and with time they get used to it, and then it grows to chronic stress. So what is chronic stress? That is our number 6 type of stress. It's the most severe stress that can build up when exposed to a stressful situation over a long period of time, or you can also say it's a continuous type of stress and does not quickly go away. It can harm people's health and lead to depression, heart problems, and other diseases. Triggers to this type of stress include financial problems, dysfunctional family, bad work environment, unhappy marriages. There are two types of stress that are major. The main ones, that is the acute and chronic stress. But we just had to talk about all of them so that one can learn to identify them and know what to do. So what are the causes of stress? One is being under lots of pressure, facing big changes, worrying about something, not having much or any control over the outcome of a situation, having responsibilities that you are finding overwhelming, not having enough work or activities or change in your life. And times of uncertainty also may cause stress. So what are the signs and symptoms of stress? We have the cognitive, emotional, physical. So we shall start with the cognitive ones, which goes with the mind. We have memory problems. When you start seeing this, you should get concerned. Inability to concentrate, poor judgment, seeing only the negative in life, anxious or racing thoughts. If you have anxious or racing thoughts, and constant worrying, you are ever worrying. Emotional symptoms, we have depression or general unhappy. We have anxiety and agitation. We have moodiness, irritability, or anger. We have a feeling of being overwhelmed. There's loneliness and isolation. People tend to feel lonely and isolate themselves from others, and other mental and emotional health problems. Physical symptoms, You may have aches and pains. You have diarrhea and constipation, nausea, dizziness, chest pain, rapid heart rate, loss of sex drive, and frequent cold and flu. For behavioral symptoms, we have changes in appetite. One may tend to eat too much, too little, or does not just want to eat. Sleeping too much or too little. Withdrawing from others. Procrastinating or neglecting responsibility. Using alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs to relax. So there's excess use of this alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs. Then we also have nervous habits. People develop nervous habits like nail biting, fidgeting, and pacing. What are the effects of stress? We have physical effects that I'm going to talk about. These effects may slow down the normal bodily functions such as digestion and immune system response. One develops blood pressure and pulse rate. Those are the reactions during stress. Breathing speed up, this digestive system slows down, immune activity decreases, muscles become more tense. This happens when the chemicals are produced. So, stress may affect people in different ways, and people may cope with stress in different ways also. Some may cope, others may not cope. So it may lead to severe stress reactions if not given attention on time. What are the consequences of long-term stress? People suffer quietly, they may not seek attention, and then it progresses to long-term stress. So what are these kind of consequences that they may face? One is mental health problems, e.g. depression, anxiety, personality disorder, cardiovascular diseases, including heart problems, high blood pressure, abnormal heart rhythms, heart attack, and stroke. We also have obesity and other eating disorders. Then we have menstrual problems, sexual dysfunction, e.g. impotence, and premature ejaculation in men, loss of sexual desire in both men and women. There is also skin and hair problem, e.g. the acne, psoriasis, eczema, and permanent hair loss. Then we also have gastrointestinal problems like gastritis, ulcerative colitis, and irritable colon. How are we supposed to manage stress? How can we manage stress? So we can manage stress through getting regular physical activity, practice relaxation techniques, e.g. deep breath, meditation, yoga, tai chi, or massage. Keep a sense of humor or positive attitude. Spend time with friends or family. Setting aside time for hobbies, e.g. listening or reading, listening to music or reading. You can also eat healthy, well-balanced meals. Then learn to manage time more effectively. If you're able to manage time, you'll find that you may not develop stress, because when you arrive on time, you put things in order, and therefore you are in a relaxed mode and can face the day or the activity. Then set limits appropriately and learn to say no to requests that will create excessive stress. Also get enough rest and sleep. Don't rely on alcohol, drugs to reduce stress. Accept there are events that you cannot control. Be assertive instead of aggressive. Assert your feelings instead of becoming angry, defensive, or passive. Also seek treatment with a psychologist or other medical health professional trained in stress management. How is stress managed? Doctors may manage stress, like issues to do with trouble in sleeping. They may give pills or tranquilizers. For depression, they may give antidepressants. Then physical symptoms like irritability, boils, high blood pressure, they may treat according to the symptom, because it comes up with issues, other health issues. So what are the new life solutions? We have Provitality, which has 3 products, that is omega-3, threonine, multivitamins and minerals, and carotenoid complex. What does omega-3 do? It prevents joint pains caused by inflammation. It reduces bad fat by 170%, that is the cholesterol. It also protects and increases brain power. We've seen the signs and symptoms of stress, so it may work on that. We also have threonine that increases the cellular nutritional intake and waste elimination by 50%. So we need to keep our cells healthy by taking threonine. Life begins from a cell, then the cell forms tissue, tissue forms the organ forms the body. So for the body to be healthy, we need to take care of the cell. So threonine works on the cell. It also gives energy and enhances growth and development. Because once the cell is healthy, it will allow the nutrients to get in easily, and therefore whatever you take will work effectively, will benefit the body in terms of growth and development. Carotenoid complex enhances immunity by 37% in 20 days. It boosts cancer-fighting cells by 20%, reduces oxidation cells by 20%, and also protects cells against free radicals. We have multimineral, which is another component of Provitality. Multimineral and vitamins. It is essential to muscle response, nervous system communication, digestion, metabolism, and hormone, antibody production. Number 2 product, I like talking about Provitality because it's 4-in-1, so it solves the issues in one touch. Then we have vitamins B. Vitamins B supports the nervous function, because we've seen people with stress develop nerve problems, so it will support the nervous function. It is involved in manufacturing of red blood cells, and you know, blood, when it circulates in the body, it supplies oxygen in the body. So if the blood can flow well, the nerves will also be safe. It helps to metabolize carbohydrates into energy, and also promotes healthy hair and skin. When one is stressed, you've seen that they develop issues with skin, the acne and the rest. There is also hair loss. So vitamin B will help in such situations. We have number 3, chelated calmer. So vitamin B also contains all 11 dietary essentials. We have chelated calmer, which maintains healthy nervous system. It helps utilize protein. It maintains healthy bone and teeth. So for strong bones and teeth, we need to take chelated calmer. It also calms one. We have chelated zinc, which in infertility, it helps transport from spermatozoa in men. It reduces chances of stomach irritation. It controls nerve balance and brain functioning. It also optimizes immune function and reduces severity and duration of adverse effects of the seasonal changes. We have feminine herbal, which also balances. Feminine herbal, ladies should use, and masculine herbal is used by men. So we don't interchange that product. So feminine herbal balances female hormones and promotes vitality. It reduces menstrual cycle irritability, relieves irritability and anxiety. It also relieves low mood and reduces inflammation. Masculine herbal, for men, it supports calmness and positive mental attitude, and also boosts vitality. It's also good for infertility issues. So there's one product I didn't include, which is Herbal Rest and Relax, a very wonderful product for somebody who has stress. People talk of stress. Somebody says, I'm stressed, but when they go to bed, they sleep. Somebody who is really stressed, lacks sleep. So such a person, if he or she could use herbal respiratory, that will calm the person and should be comfortable, relaxed nerves to sleep. So I end my presentation there and I turn back to PT Purity. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, PT?
Yes,
I'm
Marjorie, I can
done.
hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was awesome. That was great presentation. Well researched. And I believe we have been able to follow. We have been able to follow the presentation, and it was great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for taking time to train us this evening. You've said you work in the public health sector, so I believe you've been meeting people with such problems, and I believe you're helping a lot, even using our products. And truly, as you've said, stress is quite a great challenge to many people. And all of us, we need to know how to manage our stress, because as we are saying, as human beings, none of us is exempted from this. We always find ourselves stressed in one way or another because of various issues, like our director has been able to point out. And therefore, when you're on this call, you are really blessed because we have our nearly solution. Of course, you'll be able to manage it the way you know very possible and well. But our products are there. They will also help you along as you manage the stress. She's talked about very many of our products. She talked about Provitality. She's talked about Calmag. She's talked about Feminine Herbal, because it deals with female hormones, balancing the female hormones. The masculine deals with balancing the male hormones. The Herbal Rest and Relax is a very wonderful product, because when you take it, you're able to sleep soundly and you're able to calm your mind. So thank you, Marjorie. We have learned a lot, and I believe you've written the notes. And those who have not been able to follow, I want to just be encouraged, because the recording is there, and we shall be able to send it to our various groups. If you are a guest, the person who invited you here will be able to even to send you the recording. You can listen again and again, and you can be able to understand more and more. So for me, I want to say thank you so much for each one of you for taking time to be with us this evening to learn together. And let's practice that which you have learned today. Let's all manage our stress so that we do not get into the negative part of it. As we have said, that this is a real issue in the world. It is a silent killer. Even I've seen somebody talk about it here. And I've even seen somebody say that because of stress, she developed high blood pressure. And you can imagine now, when you get such a problem, there are many other complications that can come your way. So let's manage the stress, because nobody is exempted from this, but let us be able to manage it in whichever way we can be able to do it. And on top of that, we have our products. Let's use the product. Use the product all the time. Don't even use when you have a challenge. No. Our products, remember, they are natural. And in our company, we say it's actually emphasizes on the wellness. That is preventive. So we are using the product to supplement our diet. We are using the product for prevention, not for curing. So if you are this kind of a person who always use the products, because that is one of our first basic. In our basic, we talk about using the product first, so that you can have an experience of the product. And when you have this experience, you can be able to share out with other people your story. So you find that if you are that frequent user of the product, even when the stress comes, you will be able to handle issues that come your way, because the products will be able to help you a lot, and even your health will be stable. But when this stress comes and your health is not even stable, you find that even that stress can put you down, and you can find yourself developing other health challenges like the high blood pressure and other that she has talked about. So let's use the product. Let's share them out with people. As we know, we have many people out there who has all those challenges like stress. And because she has talked about the symptoms, you can be able to tell somebody who is undergoing the stress. Maybe it's somebody in your family. Maybe it's a colleague at work. And you can be able to help them, because we are here to help each other. And we are here to make the world a healthier and a happier place to be. So for me, I want to say thank you, Marjorie. We have learned a lot. When I look at the chat, I am just seeing people are grateful, and I've not seen any question on the chat. So I want to believe we do not have questions, because we always encourage people to put down the questions on the chat so that we can be able to look at them. And since I do not have any, I want to believe that we are okay and we have learned a lot this evening. So for me, I want to say thank you, and I want to wish you a very good evening. And just to remind you that we are moving on, because we are members here, although I believe we could be having some guests. Let's continue doing the basics of our company, using the product, sharing the product, sponsoring, so that we can bring other people on board, so that they continue to do what we are doing. We can be able to empower them by helping them and showing them to do what we are doing, and attending these trainings. Every day at 8 p.m. we have a training. Like tomorrow we shall have one. The tomorrow training at 8 p.m. it will be on business, because we need to know about the products. We need to know how to carry on with our business. We need to know how do we sponsor people. We need to know how can we be able to share these products. We need to know when we face rejections in this business, how do we reply to people? And all that training is what we do on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So I want to welcome you again tomorrow at 8 p.m. And tomorrow again at 12 noon, we shall be having our business presentation. So if you have a guest, you can tell them to join us tomorrow at 12 noon. And then again, tomorrow we also have a training at 11 a.m. This one, if you are new, please, I want you to mark this. We have very many new people in the team. I want to put you to mark this, that tomorrow at 11 a.m. we shall have our distributors orientation meeting. It's very important to attend our distributors orientation meeting. Our company executive, one of them is our director of sales, Paul Mwatu, is with us. They'll be training the new distributors. You need to understand the company. You need to understand our what? You need to understand our company. How do we go about it? And even how you can be able even to do the business, how you can be able to check on your business online. You shall be taught about the online tools, which is very important for you as a new distributor. You need to understand that today we have gone digital, and we are doing this business online. You need to understand how you can be able to register somebody online. You need to understand how can you be able to buy your products online. And tomorrow that training will be there at 11 a.m. So kindly, if you are new, do not miss. And even if you are an existing member, you can still continue learning. Learning never ends. So tomorrow, every one of you is most welcome. Of course, all that is about the back office, all that will be taught. If you do not have a PIN, you'll be shown even how to get your own PIN, so that you'll be able to be joining, you'll be able to be checking your business in the back office. So thank you so much. And for me, I want to say bye. And thank you so much, Marjorie, once again, for being our trainer and our great trainer tonight. So God bless you, and see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.